Welcome back, Vipers. I'm Paulo, and today we have another mod review for you guys. Okay, the mod I'm going to be showing you guys today is an 80 watt device. It holds one single 18650 battery that you will have to buy it separately. Okay, and it's by SXK/Geeko. It's called the Mini Nebula S80, which is this mod that's right here. I'm rocking it with my Velocity, but on the close-ups I'll be putting tanks on top of it. I just want to thank SXK, Alan to be most exact, for sending me this mod for the purpose for this review free of charge. Okay, guys, so he had sent me the Nebula 200 watt mod before, and now he sent me the S80, and I want to thank Alan for sending me this mod my way because I've really been enjoying it. It's a really nice mod. It's not bad at all. It's an 80 watt device, so now we went from 60 watts to 75 watts. Now we're up to 80 watts in the year 2016. Okay, this does do temperature control, a nickel wire, titanium wire, and stainless steel wire. Now what I want to tell you guys before we get down and close is about a little bit about SXK and Geeko. Geeko has their own factory, SXK has their own factory, but the chip, okay, the chip that SXK uses and Geeko uses is the same chip. They came out with this chip about, I don't want to lie to you guys, but between, I guess, around 8 or 6 months ago, around that time, they came out with the TCR function, okay? SXK and Geeko were the guys that invented the TCR function. And the first guy to show this to us on YouTube was Mark from VaporVaporPT. He had a Geeko mod, and he was talking to Given, which is from Geeko, and Given told him if you press the fire button and the plus and the minus button, you get into this coefficient system where you can change around your coils, okay, the ratings of your nickel wire. What we didn't know at that time is that that same coefficient codes that we would put in here would also work for stainless steel. So that was pretty funny. But if you go back and watch that review, I just saw it yesterday again. And it was funny because in those days we were only thinking about nickel wire and titanium wire. And he was working around with the coefficient of if it's an American wire, the nickel purity is a lot more pure than if you buy a wire from China. But that wasn't the only feature it had. Little did we know at that time, we could have been vaping on stainless steel wire and temperature control, which is pretty awesome. So a big shout out to Mark, man. You were the first one to show us this, and it was awesome. And ever since then, I've been loving SXK mods and Geeko mods. Then I finally got my Geeko mod, which was a Vapor Flask version 3. That was the first mod I'd ever had with the TCR, and I loved it. Okay, then after that, I got the Zero mod, that the reviews are there, and then I got the Nebula 200, and now I got this one. TCR function is really important for one reason. You can tweak the vape how you want it, okay? Like you have mods that it's pre-programmed for nickel wire, titanium wire, and stainless steel wire now, and nichrome wire, right? And you set it, and that's the setting. You have nickel wire, you set it to nickel wire and temperature control. You have stainless steel wire, you set it to stainless steel wire and temperature control, and you vape on it. With this one, you set your stainless steel wire and you tweak it between, I don't want to lie to you guys, but I'll tell you right now, I'll leave it on the bottom, okay, how you should set this. But the stainless steel wire, I set it between 10 to 15, okay, it depends. If you don't want a really hot vape, set it around 12. If you want it to like almost dry on your coil, put it to 14, around there, 14, 15. Stainless steel, nickel wire doesn't really work with it, but on stainless steel wire, that's what I usually do. You can tweak your coils, all right, to the heat that you want on it, and it does change the taste that you get out of your vape, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's not waste more time. Let's get down to personal. I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you guys this baby up close. Okay, see you guys in a minute. Let me just take a hit off of this. Okay guys, so here we are close and personal with the SXK/Geeko Nebula Mini S80 box mod. Okay, it holds one 18650 battery that is sold separately. I would advise a minimum of a 20 amp discharge battery, high drain battery, okay? It comes in this blister-like box. So let's open it up. Bring this out a little. And you get your mod and you get your USB charging cable. Okay? And your user manual. It comes in Chinese and in English. So I'll just pull this out. Here's some charts if you guys want to see this. Just pause the screen if you would like. And it says S80 on it. And we open it up. On this side you have Chinese, and on this side you have it in English. Okay, just so you guys get a quick look at this. I'll talk about everything that's written here, but okay. Nice little velvet thing going on here. Really small USB cable, so it only fits for charging. Yeah, not bypass. Not this cable at least. But we're gonna test out, see if we can vape on it while it's charging. I'll do that in a minute. So here's a mod. You can get it in white or black. This is a white pearl. Okay, really nice color. Kind of like a little sparkle to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think you can. This camera's pretty good, I think. See that sparkling on it? Really nice coating on this. I like it. Here you have your menu screen, your fire button. Really nice buttons. They're soft. I like this. Soft. You get your plus and minus. And you get your USB port for charging. That's how it looks at the bottom. Nothing on this side. Spring-loaded 510 pin connector. Looks like it's made out of stainless steel. The threading also. See those nice threadings on it? Really nice grip in the hand. Okay. This is your battery port. Here you have the S80 logo on it. So all you have to do is either get your fingernail and pull it open, or you could do the same thing as you do on your Kangertex. Just pull it from the top here. Got 2 magnets at the bottom, 2 magnets on top, 2 magnets of course on the door, 2 magnets on top also. You have your little battery ribbon to pull out your battery. Your negative is at the bottom here. And you got your positive on top, which is spring also. Okay, so you put in your plus or your positive pin on the battery first. Okay, like this. And SXK. And just put your battery door on it again. That's how it looks. So it's off. So 5 clicks to turn it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. SXK 80. Okay. Here you have your battery life. On top here you have your resistance. In the middle here you have your volts. And at the bottom we have our power, of course, because we're in temperature control. Okay. Really complete screen here. So you got your battery, your ohm reading, your volts, and your watts. Okay. If you want to change from temperature control to watts, all you do is press this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you can pick through titanium wire and nickel wire. If you want to use stainless steel wire, just go to nickel wire, titanium, whatever you'd like. Doesn't matter. And you just hit that. I'll show this right now. Like say you're using stainless steel wire, just put your temperature here. If you want to see your wattage, you're gonna have to set your wattage first. So let's say you want it to work with, it's at 60 watts, so I'll leave it at 60 watts. But say you want to work with stainless steel wire. So what you do here is press the fire button and the plus and minus button at the same time. Let me see if I can do this. These buttons are really small, look at that. But I like them like this because you'll never have the chance of them firing by itself, okay? But you can still lock your plus and minus, okay? But yeah, you have to hold these 2 down. Let me see if I can do it on camera. And your fire button at the same time. It's kind of hard for me to do this, but maybe this way. Okay, and you go to your wire coefficient. So here, what you do if you want to use stainless steel, I usually set it around 13 or 14. It depends on the type of vape you want, okay? The higher you put this number, the hotter the coil is gonna get. So I'm usually around 13, 14. Let's leave that 14. Okay, so, and you click your fire button again, so you'll have your temperature. Here you can move around your temperature freely. Okay, around robins from Celsius to Fahrenheit. You go from 200 Fahrenheit all the way up to from 200 to 600 Fahrenheit, and you can go from 100 to 300 degrees Celsius. It goes down to 1 watt all the way up to 80 watts. It can read a coil all the way down to 0.08 ohms all the way up to 3 ohms. Okay, and it's not stating if it's like your Canthal wire or if it's stating just your temperature control wire. It's saying all the wires can be read from 0.08 ohms all the way up to 3 ohms. Okay. Let me show you guys some size comparisons. Oh, another thing. Okay, let's lock it in. Like, say you want to lock it in at 420 degrees Fahrenheit. All you do is press your plus and minus button. It'll lock in. Okay, and it's locked. If I press them, it won't change. Press it again to unlock, and it's unlocked. If you press your plus and minus button, it'll flip your screen around. Okay, switch it back. And if you want to go into stealth mode, like you're in your bedroom or something at night, you don't want the lights, just press your fire button and your minus button, and you'll go into stealth mode. Stealth, see? So when you fire or anything you press, the light won't show up. To get back into normal mode, just press your fire button again and your minus button, and you're back into normal mode. Okay, that's about it, guys. The screen is really easy to work with. I have tested various mods, like you guys know already. You guys can see the review. It's exactly the same. The only difference between this and the Nebula 200 or the SX Mini is that it has 80 watts, the SX Mini has 60 watts, and the Nebula 200, of course, has 200 watts. The screen works exactly the same, so if you guys want to look at any of those reviews that I have done before, you guys can check out Better Than Menu Screen, and I did do tests on those with the stainless steel wire, and it works awesome. It's the same thing, except now it's 80 watts, okay? Let's do some size comparisons. Like, here is the SX Mini. I'll show you that next to the SX Mini. Okay, it's about the same. This is kind of between the Kangertech K-Box and the IPVD2. That's what it looks like to me, right? This is the IPVD2. IPVD2 is a little bit smaller, okay? This is the Kangertech. Has a battery door almost the same, you see. Okay. It's a little bit bigger. And let's check it next to its older brother, the Nebula 200 watt. Okay, that's what it looks like. Kind of a big difference, right? Okay. So let's go over some specs on this. Okay, so the size on it. This is a zinc alloy, okay? Like I said, it takes one single 18650 battery, high drain. Preferably, I would suggest over 20 amps. It weighs 190 grams. This is how it looks with the OBS TVCT tank on it. If you guys want to take a look at that. Looks kind of sharp. Really nice looking mod here. Really nice looking setup, right? I think it looks beautiful. Let's try it with the Kangertech Sub-Tank Mini in white also. I like the black and white. Looks sharp, right? Let's see. Try it with the OBS again. What do you guys think? How does it look better? that. It's kind of sharp. I like white mods. Pretty nice. Okay guys, so I think I said it all. 1 to 80 watts. I gave you guys the sizes. It reads from 0.08 ohms all the way up to 3 ohms. 1 to 8 watts. And I guess that's it. There is one thing here I would like to point out to you guys. The battery cover, it's not exactly the same color as the body. Let me pull this out. There's a slight difference in color here, okay? So for some of you guys that might be a con, but I have to point this out. You see that? I think my camera catches it pretty well. This is a lot more pearl than the battery cover. And another thing is the battery cover. Okay, if I close it off, here it's set even, right? And it has a gap here at the top. I guess it's for battery venting. But since it does have that gap, this does move around a little. Just a little. You can't hear it or anything, and when it's in your hand, you don't really feel it, but I just wanted to show this to you guys, okay? You have this gap, I guess it's for the battery venting. I forgot one thing, guys. Okay, so let's hook it up to the USB port, and let's see if I can vape on it at the same time as it's charging. So this is the RD I'm working right now. I'm using the velocity, so let's just see if it works. Let me put this in new coil. It asks you if it's a new coil. I'm gonna say yes, up for yes. And I'm gonna put this in temperature. In watts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And watts mode. And I'm at 60 watts. Let me take a hit off of this. Yep, so it does have bypass. Okay guys, you just need a longer USB cable. So now I feel pretty good about going back up and talking about it. See you guys in a minute. Okay my friends, that was our close and personal with the S80 by SXK. First thing I want to tell you guys, the price point on it. For suppliers, okay, you can get this in between $27 all the way up to $35. So if you're on a tight budget and you want a mod that can do excellent temperature control and wattage mode and have that extra power, and if you only can afford one battery, like if you're in a tight budget, right? You can get this mod for around 30 bucks, which is really cheap for an 80 watt device that does temperature control in stainless steel mode, and you can tweak it. I think it's a steal. And you can bypass, so if you're at home, you know, you charge your battery, you don't have to buy a charger. This can serve as a charger. You can charge it right here, and if you only have one battery and you want to vape, you can be charging it at the same time and vaping it at the same time. Cons for this little baby. The only con I can find on this is the battery door, like I showed you guys up close, okay? And that the color, you don't really, well, I think on a close-up you guys can see it, but there is a slight difference in color coding on it, okay? So I guess SXK can fix that, but there is a slight difference in the coding. Everything else, it works great. Temperature control works awesome, just like the other mods that I showed you guys from SXK and Geeko. It's been working fine. I'm rocking it with the velocity with a 0.11 ohm coil, okay? Well, it's reading 0.12 ohm coil. So you guys can see that up here on top, right here on top. And I'm at 80 watts on it. It's a smooth vape, and I'm in power mode. It's a sweet vape because I'm using Cantol wire, okay? It's the twisted Clapton coils. Whew. Hell yeah, man. That's an awesome vape. Okay guys, so that's what I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe if you'd like. I'm not going to force you to do it because I can. I'm on this side of the camera, you know, and you guys are all the way on the other side, so I can't force you to. But if you guys want to see more reviews from me, hit the subscribe button and the like button. And if you can, share the review. Even my other reviews, if you guys like them, that would really be grateful if you guys can share my reviews, okay? So yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys stay safe. Rock on and vape hard. ViperVaporPT is out. Stay safe, you guys, and see you all on my next one.